All right, so we're going to come to a seated position here, cross-legged. Lift the chest, pull the shoulders back, keep your elbows in, and we're just going to go through some shoulder rotations here, rotating out. Exhale as you pull. Try to sit up nice and tall. We're getting warmed up through the chest, shoulders, and back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you lift, and keep your chest as lifted as possible. Breathing deeply, and release. Push through. 2 more here. Getting that squeeze in the shoulders. And bring the arms up into a W. Let's exhale and pull. Exhale, pull. Squeezing those shoulder blades back and together. Exhaling as you pull back. And inhale as you release. Breathing deeply. 2 more. 1 left here. And then we're going to place our fingertips just behind the ears, sitting up tall. Let's twist side to side, over to the right side, twisting and gently rotating over to the left. About 45 degrees, just getting nice and warmed up, getting some of that stiffness out of the spine. Exhale as you twist, and inhale as you bring it back to center. 2 more here. And 1. All right, relax those shoulders. We're going to take it into a glute position. So we're going to go quadruped. Make sure that your knees are protected by the mat. So if you need to, you can also place a rolled up towel underneath. Let's extend the right leg out, and we're going to get a little bit warmed up through this right leg. So we're going to make a rainbow, touch that right foot down to the floor, and then a big arcing motion over to the left side. Right. Left, going through that range of motion. Exhale, left, right, you've got it. 4, going for 6 here. 5, 1 more. 6, same leg, we're gonna keep warming up through that hip. Bring the knee in, we're gonna come out to the side in a fire hydrant. Let's go for 6, here we go. 6, get nice and open. 5, lifting that knee up. 4, keep the back flat. 3, 2, 1. Let's go back to those hip rainbows, left side. Extend that left leg out, heel pushed out, back flat. Let's go down, touch the toe to the left side. Big arc, over to the right. Back to the left, and right. Going for 6 here with the heel out. Work through the range of motion for the hip. A little bit of a squeeze to the lower back as well. 4, 5, 1 more. 6, and take it back to the left side. Pull that knee in. We're going for fire hydrants for 6. Here we go. 6, getting nice open through the hip. 5, back is flat. 4, 3, lift that knee up nice and high. 2, squeeze the glute. 1. Whew. All right, we're going to take it to a plank position. We're going to go a little wider than the mat. So almost like you're going to do a push-up with your upper body. Let's come up into a full push-up-like position. Then push your chest into your shoulders. You're going to feel the shoulder blades engage and just prevent your back from arching too much. We're just going to lift up slightly. Now I want you to shift your upper body weight over to the right shoulder. Squeeze the back of the right shoulder blade back. You're just slightly leaning. Back to center. Over to the left side. Squeezing that shoulder blade back. Back to center. Let's go. Right. Heels are back. Middle. Left. Brace the core. Middle. Right. Squeeze the shoulder. Middle. 1 more. Left. And middle. Belly down to the mat. Extend the arms out in front. From here, we're going to lift opposite hand, opposite leg. So your gaze should be down toward the floor with your neck neutral. Pull the belly button in. Point the toes, point the fingers. Let's lift right arm, left leg, and down. Lift arm, right leg, and down. Keep it going. Right, left. Left, right. Try to pull your abdominals in nice and tight to the torso. Exhale up. Inhale down. Breathing deeply. Squeezing that lower back. One more on either side. Pull your belly button in and lower it down. We're going into a Sphinx position. Let's bring the hands in next to the chest. Palms are flat. Now your elbows are probably flaring to the sides. Pull them back, squeezing the shoulder blades back. Gaze down toward the floor. Toes are still pointed. Let's press up with the palms, arching the spine, lifting the chest gently off the mat. Extend your right arm out, and like you're going to give someone a handshake, let's go for 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Left side. Extend. Handshake. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Right side. Pull the shoulders back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Left side. Pull the elbow and shoulder back. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more on either side. You can do it. Right side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Once more. Left side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. All right, let's go back to our fully extended push-up position. Hands just wider than the mat, like we're going to do a push-up. Heels back, toes on the floor, and then push your chest into your shoulders. Now, if you find that you have an arch in your spine and your lower back is dropping, just lift up slightly. Then shift your weight over to the right shoulder. You should feel that wing of the shoulder blade come back. Back to the middle, over to the left side. Pull that left shoulder so there's tension. Back to the middle. Right. Stabilizing through those shoulders. Middle. Left. Slightly shifting. So you're going to feel the obliques working. Right. Back to the middle. And left. From here, belly down to the mat. Extend the arms out. Let's go for swimming. Right arm, left leg. Let's lift up, pull. Now we're pointing the toes and we're pointing the fingers. So what I want you to imagine this set, imagine you're reaching for something across the room and you just can't quite get there. You're reaching as much as you can. Right, left, back down. Left, right, really reach. Back down. Right, left, down. Left, right. One more of each here. Right, left, reach, down. Left, right, reach, down. All right, bring those hands in. Back to Sphinx. So hands on either side. Pull the elbows and shoulders back, and then slightly arch through the spine. I know our lower back is getting tired. That's the 2 lower back moves in a row. Let's extend that right hand out. Then we're going to switch it up a little bit. From here, we're just going to lift, hold, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Left side, extend, and then pull up. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Right side, extend, pull up. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. One more. Lift up. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Ooh, all right. Give your lower back a little bit of a stretch by coming down into child pose and just walk those hands out. Let yourself drop down. Let yourself round through that lower back, getting that nice big stretch. Let your head, neck, and shoulders relax down to the mat. And let's boost back up into quadruped position. A little bit more glute work. So hands flat. Extend that right leg out. From here, we're going to turn the foot so that the toe is pointing 45 degrees to the side. We're going to lift up and pulse for 12. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, heel out. 3, 4, squeeze that glute. Keep breathing. Pushing through this slight movement through the glute here to lift up and squeeze. And 1, bring it into the left side. Left leg out, back flat, heel pushed out. Turn the toe 45 degrees. Let's go for 12. 1, 2, 3, squeeze it up. 4, 5, 6, you've got it. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we're going to switch up a little bit. Bring that knee in. This time, take your left forearm. You're going to put it down on the floor, and leave that right arm extended, and you can just have it down on the side of the mat. From here, extend that right leg out again. Once again, we're going to turn that toe 45 degrees, but this time the torso is also turned. Let's pulse with the heel out for 12. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it up. 5. Pull the abdominals in and really squeeze through that glute as you lift. 2 more. Bring it in. Other side. This time, left hand comes out to the side, right forearm on the mat. Extend out, toe pointed to 45. Let's go for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heel out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, let's bring that leg in. From here, we're going to go back to a plank position. This time, forearms crisscrossed on the mat. So, stack those forearms, walk the heels back, drop your bum down, and then push your chest into your shoulders. Once again, if you feel that your lower back is getting fatigued right away, just slightly lift your lower back so the spine stays neutral. From here, push the heels back. Now rock forward, loosening the heels so you're on your toes. Push the heels back. And loosen, come forward. Push the heels back. Bracing through the core. We've got 3 more here. Push the heels back. 2 left, 2 left. Push. 1 more. Push. And drop the knees down. From here, we're going to turn onto the side, taking into a side plank with the bottom knee bent. So bend the bottom knee, extend the top leg, forearm on the mat, and place your opposite hand on the hip. Now let's boost up into our side plank. Now, this move, pretty easy to cheat. We're going to correct our technique. Take that top leg, work it back. Push the heel out. And then right now my shoulders are kind of angled down. Rotate them so that the top shoulder is just slightly back. Now lift those hips up. Push them up toward the ceiling and extend that top arm, pulling the shoulder blade back. Keep that lift through the hips here. Squeezing through the abdominals and breathe deeply. Side plank is one. If we don't watch too much, we end up totally using the shoulder. We want to make sure that we're really using those obliques. And let your hips relax and lower them down to the mat. We're going to go back to that quadruped position. So hands flat. Starting with the right leg. Once again, we're going to extend out, turn the toe 45 degrees. Let's pulse for 12. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're sticking with this leg. Left arm comes down. Same side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heel out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Over to the other side. So come up off that forearm. Left arm comes out, or left leg comes out. Heel out here. Ready? Let's pulse, turning the toe. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Go for 12. 4, 5. Squeeze that glute. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. And we're dropping the right forearm. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Heel out. 9, 10. 2 to go. Whew. All right. We're going down. Back to that plank. Cross with the forearms. Boost up. Push the heels back. Push your chest into your shoulders. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Let's rock back and forth. Release your heels. Come forward. And push back. Release the heels. Come forward. Push back. That's it. Going for 6 here. Press those heels back. Remember to keep the shoulders engaged, but we want to take pressure off the lower back by keeping the spine neutral, not letting the hips drop down. 1 more here, and push back. All right, we're going to side plank on the other side. So once again, the bottom knee is going to be bent, the top leg extended, forearm on the mat. And again, we're going to correct that posture. Place your hand on your hip, boost the hips up. With that top leg, walk it back slightly and then push your heel out. With your shoulders, rotate. So the top shoulder is slightly back from the bottom shoulder. Now, boost your hips up. That's it. Lift the arm, pull the shoulder back, tuck that chin in. And now we hold. The oblique can really take the weight off of the shoulder when it's working hard. So if we really boost those hips up and keep proper shoulder alignment, you can really feel the side plank in those obliques rather than simply relying on the shoulders to do the work. 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down. All right, let's come to a seated position. Grab water if you'd like a water break here. So we're going to take this into a modified bicycle crunch. So this means my forearms are going to be on the mat, and I'm going to stagger my feet in a pedaling motion. Oftentimes this one is done with the head on the floor, which you can do, but this means a little easier on the lower back. So palms down, pull the shoulders back, stagger the feet in that bicycle position, and let's pedal for 20. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep it up. 6, 7, 8. Push through. 9, 10. 10 more. 10, 9, 8. Heels out. 7, 6. Chest lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, we're going to take it into a bridge. I would like to have my feet flat on the floor. So if you need to scoot your bum forward to get them off the mat, that's fine. Bring your shoulder width apart, hands on either side, and let's lift up. So the head, neck, and shoulders are resting on the mat, and my hips are elevated, pressing from the heels. Now, we're going to lift them up a little bit higher. Boost those hips up. Extend the arms over the chest with the thumbs extended out. From here, take your right arm, extend next to the ear, dropping it down to the floor, touch the thumb to the floor, and up. Left side. We're going for 8 here. Extend. When you extend your thumb and fingers, you're keeping those hips elevated and just getting that shoulder and back range of motion for the lats and the traps. Keep boosting through those hips. 6. 2 more. Don't let those hips drop. 1 last. And lower the hips down. We're going to go again into a bridge, but we're going to switch it up a little bit. Wide in, your foot position. So we're going to go wide with the toes, and the toes are flared. Hands on either side. Boost the hips up. Now, it might feel like your knees want to cave inward. Gently push them outward. Lift your hips up. Squeeze the glutes. You can keep your hands down on the floor if you need that added base of support, or just lift up over the chest. But again, it might feel like the knees are a little wobbly. Push out. Don't forget about that. We're pressing outward with those glutes here. Keep squeezing and prevent those knees from caving in. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down. Lower the arms down. Let's go back to our bicycles. So forearms on the mat. From here, lift the chest, pull the shoulder blades back, stagger the feet. Let's go for 20. 1, 2, 3. You've got this. 4. Chest lifted. 5, 6. Push through. 7, 8. Breathe deeply. 9, 10. Halfway. 10, 9, 8. Keep going. 7, 6. Heels out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to regular bridge. So once again, feet shoulder width apart, flat on the floor. So with hands at your sides, and lift up nice and high. From here, if you feel stable, lift those arms up with the thumbs extended. We're going to switch this up a little bit. We're going to go 45 degrees rather than next to the ear. So keep those hips boosted. Press from your heels. Let's go for 8. Right side. Extend. Right. Left side. Left. 45 degrees away from the shoulder. Touch that thumb down. 4, Don't let your hips drop. 5, work those glutes. 6, 2 more. 7, one left. And 8, lower it down. We're gonna switch up our bridge again. Now this time, instead of walking our legs wide, we're gonna walk our legs out slightly. So I have more of an angle between my knee and I'm walking further out with the feet. Hands down, lift the bum. Now this one, you're not gonna get quite as much of a lift, but I want you to drive the heels down and now lift your toes. Push the hips up a little higher. That will help you to stay stable. Again, with this one, you can keep your hands on the floor if you want that added base of support, or lift your arms up, drive the back of your shoulder blades down into the mat, and keep those hips elevated the entire time. Breathe deeply. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. All right, let's turn on to our sides. Again, if you'd like a water break, go ahead and take it here. In this move, we're gonna go into a clam shell. So my forearm is on the mat. My heels are going to be stacked with the knees bent. So in this move, knee over knee, heel over heel. Place your hand on your hip and then slightly rotate your shoulders so you're angled 45 degrees up toward the ceiling. From here, take that top leg, keeping the heels together, push the glute outward and down. Lift up, push. Try to press your knee up toward the ceiling. So when you lift, aim to get your knee directly pointed at the ceiling upward. Big squeeze through those glutes. 2 more on this side. 2. And then we're going to take this one up a notch. 1. Now, we're going to stay in that clamshell. We're going to add a side plank. So on that forearm, just rock your forearm back a little bit. Once again, we're going to boost up. So chest lifted, shoulders back. Now we're going to clamshell for 6 more. Here we go. Rotate. 6. Back down. Keep the chest out. 5. Really feeling those glutes here. 4. Squeezing and lifting through that hip. 2 left on this side. 2. 1 more here. You got this. Don't let the hips drop. 1. And lower it down. Come to a seated position. From here, extend the legs to a wide position. And now let me sit on the bottoms of your butt cheeks. And you're going to scoot your bum back a little bit. This will allow you to sit up nice and tall. Make a T with the arms. From here, take that right hand, turn the palm up, rotate and sweep down to that left leg. Back up, over to the left side. Turn the palm up, sweep. We're just getting a nice big stretch in the hamstrings here, but we're also getting that spinal rotation, big stretch. So it's giving our lower back a little bit of a break between all of our bridging movements and crunching style movements. Exhale. 1 more here. And relax the shoulders down. We're going to walk our feet in front of us. Another postural movement. Once again, we're sitting on the bottoms of the butt cheeks. Lift your chest. Right away, that upright position should be quite challenging. Place your arms at a 45-degree angle. Lift up nice and high. And let's press up and lower down. Here we go for 8. Exhale, 8. Sitting up as tall as you can. 7. We often just think about our abs as our core muscles, but the muscles that control posture in the upper back and the back of the shoulder blades are so important for improving our core strength and assisting us through other heavier lifts. 1 more. And lower it down. We're going to take it over to the other side for clam shells. So on this move, forearm on the mat, knees are bent with the knee stacked, heel stacked, hand on the hip, lift the chest and just gently rotate your shoulders slightly upward. Let's lift up in the clamshell for 6. Here we go. 6. Now this one, a little bit easy, 5, or maybe not, but it should feel a little bit easier than the plank version. And this one, we're just getting nice and open. We're working through that hip mobility, but we're also working the glute in that hip rotation. One more here, and then we're going to take it to our side plank version. All right, let's walk that forearm back a little bit. Once again, place the hand on the hip, boost up, rotate the shoulders slightly upward, heels out. Let's go for 6. Here we go. Hips up high, 6. Get in that rotation, 5. Now it's okay if you find that one hip is a little tighter than the other in this move. That's totally fine. When we go through mobility movements like this, that's what we're working on. So don't worry if one side is tighter than the other. We've got one more here. Lift up, squeeze, and down. All right, let's come back to that seated position. Going through our postural movements. Wide stance with the feet. Let your toes go slightly inward. Make that T and just scoot your bum back if you need to. Lift up nice and tall. Take your right hand and sweep down. Exhale, left hand, turn the palm up as you sweep, getting that spinal rotation. A little bit of a rest for that lower back. Just an active rest movement. Exhale, breathing deeply. One more on either side. Nice big stretch in the hamstrings, stretch in that lower back, and lower the arms down. Walk the feet to the center. Again, sitting up tall. Lift your chest. Elbows at 90 degrees. Press it up for 8. Here we go. 8. Sitting tall. 7. Focusing on strong posture as you press up and down. 5. Exhale. 4. Don't forget about posture here. You're sitting up tall through the entire motion. 2. And 1. Whew. All right, let those shoulders relax. From here, we are going to go into a partial crunch. So extend the left leg out. Right leg is going to be bent. Cross your hands over your chest and let your head drop down to the mat. From here in our partial curl up, we're going to keep the lower back and mid back connected to the floor as we just lift to the back of the shoulders and head and back down. As we lift up, we're going to press that lower back down into the floor. Let's go for 8. Exhale. 8. Pushing that lower back down. 7. As you lift the shoulders off the mat. 6. Keep the heel pressed out on that left leg. 5. Breathing deeply. 4. Pause briefly at the top of the movement. 3. To exhale and push down. 2. Really getting that contraction of the abs. 1. And lower it down. Let's switch it out. Left knee bent. Right leg extended. Once again, the head is relaxed. And let's partial curl up. Here we go. 8. Back down. Once again, you are pressing your lower back down into the mat as you go into that partial curl up. And studies actually show that this version of the crunch is much safer for the spine than our full crunching movements. Exhale. Because we are just engaging the core enough to get that curl up but not tweak the lower back. And lower it down. From here, let's lift up back into another bridge position. Feet shoulder width apart. And let's boost up through the hips. Drive the back of your shoulders down into the mat. And from here, take your right leg, walk it wide. Left leg, wide. Boost the hips up higher. From here, walk it in. Right. Left. Walk it out. Right. Left. Boosting up higher when you're in that wide position. To the middle, right. Left. One more wide, right. Left. Boost the hips up. Squeeze those butt cheeks together, allowing tension to build. 3, 2, 1. Hand lower back down. Another partial curl up. So this time, both knees bent. Cross your hands over. Shoulder blades back and down. Partial curl up with both legs, knees bent. Ready? Exhale, 8. Now remember, we are pressing the lower back down. 7. Just lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. 6. The mid-back stays connected to the floor. 5. The entire time. 4. Breathe deeply. 3. You've got this. Feel that contraction. 2. One more here. 1. This time with our bridge, when we lift up, we're going to boost these hips up nice and high. But we're going to alternate in a march. So take that right knee, lift up. Bringing that knee toward the chest and down over to the left side. Lift up. Push the heel out and down. Try to stay as stable as you can. Right leg, lift up and down. That's it. Left leg, lift up. Hips high and down. 2 more. Try to stay as steady through the hips as you can so that you're not rocking from side to side. Down. 1 more here. Left side. And lower it down. Drop your hips down and shake it out. We're going to come up to a seated position. So in this move, cross-legged. Once again, we're going to do a little bit of twisting movement here. Make a T with your arms. Lift your chest. We're going to gently rotate over to the right side, getting a nice big stretch to the mid-back. Back to the middle, over to the left side, about 45 degrees. Back to the center, right side. So you should feel a stretch through the back of the shoulder blade, a little bit of a squeeze, but this should feel like a good movement for the lower back and mid-back. Just shaking it out after our curl-ups. 1 more. And release. Whew. All right, let yourself round through your back. We're going to take it to another kneeling position. So in this move, we're going to raise the knees up and down. If you have knee pain in this move, you can go ahead and hold a regular plank or hold the top of a push-up. It's up to you. So in this move, we're going to have our hands wide, almost like we are going to do a push-up. And we're going to lift up, but then walk your toes back just a little bit. So right now, my feet, I'm on my toes, but my heels are pushed back, and my knees are about 6 inches above the floor. Now I'm going to push my chest into my shoulder blades, so I feel the shoulders engage, and then lower the knees down, hovering just above the mat. They are not touching. Pull your abdominals in, and from here, we're going to crawl. So walk your right hand slightly forward, right hand. Now, left leg, left hand, right leg. That's it. Right hand, left leg, left hand, right leg, and roll, drop down again. We're in a hover position above the mat, back is flat, quads are working hard, and drop your knees down. Whew. All right, shake it out a little bit. We're just gonna back up some. So in this position, we're gonna go back to another version of a plank. So that's our bear crawl or Spider-Man crawl. We're gonna have our hands wide again. Boost the hips up. This time, press the heels down and push your bum up toward the ceiling. Push your chest into your shoulders and get that nice big stretch through the hamstrings. So we're in a downward dog position. This is just gonna stretch things out before we go back to our next bear crawl. And gently lower it down. Drop those knees into that hover. All right, let's get ready to walk. Right hand goes forward. Now left foot, left foot. This time left hand, right leg. That's it, right hand, right. Last leg, left. Left hand, right leg. And drop those knees down, hover. Push the chest out and drop the knees. All right, let's walk it back. We're gonna go back into our downward dog. So hands on either side, boost the bum up, heels down, push the chest out, and get that nice big stretch in the hamstrings. We're gonna stretch it out shortly. Breathing deeply. And drop those knees down, gradually take them to the mat. Let's go back into another child pose. Rock back, walk those arms out, and drop your head down. Nice big exhale. Stretch to the upper back and shoulders. Really lengthen here. Walk your hands out just a little bit more. Let those shoulder blades relax. And gently lift up through that upper body. We're going to take it into a glute stretch. Right knee is going to come up into pigeon pose. So right knee will be under the chest, right heel underneath the hip. Lower it down. Nice big exhale. Now, as your hips start to open up, you can start to drop a little bit more weight onto that leg. So right now my forearms are in sort of a Sphinx position. I'm going to walk them out a little wider. And that's going to let me drop my chest down just a little bit more, dropping a little bit more body weight onto that right leg. Let your upper body sink down. Nice big exhale. Breathing deeply. Relaxing through the hip, relaxing through the glute. And walk those forearms back in and gently come up out of it. Let's take it back to the left leg. Left knee comes up, left knee under the chest, left heel under the right hip. Slowly lower your body weight down. And once again, you can be in a neutral forearm position here. Slide that leg back a little bit. As your hips start to open up, you can drop a little bit more body weight onto that leg. So if you feel ready to do that, walk your forearms a little wider and then drop your chest down onto that leg. Nice big exhale. Stretching through that glute. And let your body weight sink down onto that quad, stretching through the glutes, stretching through the hips. And gently walk your arms back in and then flip over into a hamstring stretch. So we're going to keep that leg tucked in, extend the leg out, heel pushed out, toe up, and then lean gently forward. Just a gentle stretch through that lower back. Again, nice big exhale. As the hamstring starts to loosen up, if you'd like to take it up a little bit, take that intensity higher, you can just slide forward a little bit more, whether that's to your ankle, to your toe, whatever allows you to get that nice big stretch in those hamstrings. Again, nice big exhale. And gently slide back up out of it. Let's tuck the opposite leg in and extend the opposite leg out. Heel out, toe up, and then gently slide forward. Exhale. Relaxing that upper body down. And remember, you can always go a little deeper in that hamstring stretch. So once you feel like your lower back and hamstring are starting to open up, you can go just a little bit further, whether that is to your ankle, to your toe, whatever feels comfortable for you. Just let yourself lengthen through the back of the thigh. Exhale. And gently lift up out of it. Let's stretch out those adductors. So feet inward. Place your hands on top of your toes. Lift that chest and pull the shoulder blades back, getting nice and open through the chest and shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. Imagine that there's a string pulling your chest up toward the ceiling, and that will help you to sit up nice and tall. Really getting that nice big stretch inside the thigh. Nice big exhale. Let your shoulders round And come to a seated position. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. We're all done for today. Thanks for joining me, everyone, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you again soon.